And welcome back, and it is the 8th of April, high plus 5 a day. Let's just go straight in. Now, we've had quite a mix of questions over the last few days, so interested to see where this one goes. Solve. So solve means which values of x make this work. I'm going to do something called cross multiplying. I don't like calling it cross multiplying because I think people then use it incorrectly. But basically what I'm really doing is multiplying both sides by x minus 1 and both sides by x plus 1, which is going to give me, let's write this correctly, which is going to give me 5 minus 2x times x plus 1, which is the same effect as multiplying that by that and that by that, but you need to know why that's working. Then I'm going to expand it, so it's going to give me 3x minus 3 is equal to, well, I'm just going to do it in order, so 5x plus 5 minus 2x squared minus 2x. Now let's move over to the left, so that's going to give me 2x squared, tick because I've used it, 3x minus 5x is minus 2x, plus 2x, well that goes away, doesn't it? So that's no x's, and minus 3, I should tell you what I'm going to do, I'm going to move the numbers over here and the x squareds this way. So add 3 to both sides gives me 8, which means that x squared is equal to 4, which means that x is equal to 2, or x is equal to minus 2. Yeah, happy with that. Okay, now in an exam, put the numbers back in, check they work, but I'm happy with that. Next question. This looks horrific. Cube ABCD has side length x. Okay, so it tells me that. I'm going to highlight it so I can see it. So that's x. A cylinder of radius y, good, and length 8x. Yeah. A radius of the cylinder y is equal to the diagonal AH of the cube. Brilliant. The volume of the cylinder is equal to the volume of the sphere. Okay, that seems relevant, so I'm going to use that as well. Express the radius of the sphere in terms of x. Okay, this is not nice. So I need to use the x to work out what the y is, and I need to put the y in here by equaling the volumes to work out the radius in terms of x. Let's do that step by step. So the first thing it told me is the cylinder has a radius of y and length x. The radius of the cylinder is equal to the diagonal AH. What's the diagonal AH? So the diagonal AH is equal to, now I'm going to do 3D Pythagoras here. If you haven't seen this before, it is worth checking out, make sure you understand. It basically says that I can add together, it's not just a squared plus b squared, but a squared plus b squared plus c squared. In other words, it's going to be x squared plus x squared plus x squared, all square rooted, which is the same as the square root of 3x squared. Now, just really quickly, in case you haven't seen that, where that comes from is it comes from the idea that if you have a cuboid, and I want to work out the diagonal, so from this corner up to the opposite corner, I do that by working out the across, which is a squared plus b squared, and then do this one as well, which is a squared plus b squared plus c squared, so it kind of falls out quite nicely. Again, have a play with that by yourself, but just check you kind of come to the idea. Anyway, point is, my y is equal to root 3x squared. And I need the volume of the cylinder. So the volume of the cylinder is going to be pi times the radius squared, which is this squared, which is just going to be 3x squared, because square rooted squared goes away, times by the height, which is 8x. And that's all equal to 24 pi x cubed. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, deep breath. Volume of the sphere, well, that's straightforward. So that's just 4/3 pi r cubed. And then it says the volume of the cylinder is equal to the volume of the sphere. So these two are equal, which means that 4/3 pi r cubed is equal to 24 pi r, not pi r, sorry, pi x cubed. Now, be careful here. So I'm going to cancel my pi's. I want it to say, what am I doing? Express the radius. I want r equals. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 3/4. So r cubed equals 24 divided by 4 is 6 times 3 is 18 x cubed, which means that r is equal to the cube root of 18 times x. Wow, that's not nice at all, is it? Again, it's one of these questions. Do it a couple of times, it will make more sense. This is a difficult question. Well done if you got that. Next question. Work out. In other words, just do the maths. So non-calculator, show you steps. So the minus means 1 over. The 4 means the fourth root, and the 3 means cubed. So let's just do this step by step. So the fourth root of 81 is 3, so it's 3 cubed. 1 over 3 cubed is 1 over 27. Not too bad. This one, I need to do the 16 to the 3 over 4, and I'm going to need to multiply that by x to the 8 times 3 over 4. Well, 16 to the 3 over 4 is the same as the 4th root of 16 cubed times x. 8 divided by 4 is 2 times 3, 6. 16 fourth rooted is 2 to the power of 3 is 8. So that's 8x to the power of 6. Yeah, happy with that. Good. Next question, and final question today. God, today's been quite difficult, hasn't it? Next question. ABC is an isosceles triangle with AC equals BC. So basically these sides are equal. D and E are points on B and C such that CE equals CD. Okay, so these are equal as well then. Prove that triangle ACD, so ACD is this triangle here, and triangle BCE, which is this triangle here, are congruent. Well, that's not too bad, is it? So I'm just going to say that CE equals CD in question. Tells me that in the question. Also tells that BC equals AC, which is in the question. So in other words, what I'm doing, if I look at one of the triangles, so I'm showing that the sides are equal and then this angle. So then I've got a side and an angle in between. And then I'm just going to say they share angle, and it's angle ACB. So therefore, triangles ACD and triangle BCE are congruent by SAS. Yeah, that's strangely simple, and sometimes simple's difficult because you need to make sure you're writing the right words. But it tells me this in the question, so I can just say in question, and that's just because it's the same angle. So yeah, that's it. That's okay. All right, questions done today. I thought that was quite difficult today. So decent mix of questions today. Let me know how they went for you. Do as ever, like and subscribe, and I'll see you for the next one. Thanks all.